you are going, you can start taping. You're going to be putting in a lot of darts. What is the purpose of a dart? We talked about this. What's to go around a curve. That's exactly right. You have curves right here. Okay, I don't think I have any bus dart. Yeah, I do. I got a bus dart right here. I got a bus dart right there. Okay, a bus dart right there. I got a bus dart.
Oh, that thing.
Okay,
that's what that is.
That's what that is. That's a bus dart. All right, in my $4
That's a cute $4 shirt.
Salvation Army find.
Oh.
And then it's an express too. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think that's my color, everything.
Oh, it's cute.
Okay. All right, here we go. You ready? Okay, so what I've done right now is make sure before you start this bus dart that you have all of your dots, all of your markings are marked, because the minute we take this off, you're going to lose all of that, okay? So I have, you will see, and I've marked mine pretty noticeable so that you can see them, okay? You're not going to mark them maybe as noticeable, all right? Okay, make sure you're keeping all of these pattern pieces, because if you get back to this and you don't have a marking and you're gonna say, well, where does that marking go? I'm gonna say, I don't know. Where does that marking go? Where should that marking be? Okay, I'm gonna say that. And you're gonna be like, bitch, you know, blah, blah. And I'm gonna say, you've got a brain. I want you to figure it out. You guys, I'm not gonna be with you when you turn 20, when you turn 18 and you're an adult. You're gonna have to figure stuff out yourself. Okay, no refund policy. All right. Once again, before we start sewing, make sure that you have a full bobbin and you have your thread that you're wanting to use. I don't care what color of thread that you use, but I want you to stick with that color throughout your project. All right? Throughout your project. I, on the other hand, will not. I will be sewing it. My shirt will be a shirt of many colors. It'll be Joseph's Technicolor coat. If you're a Christian, you'll know what I mean. All right.
Oh, I know.
Okay. So whatever I was sewing with this morning, that's the color it's going to be. All right. Bust darts. Here we go. We are going to make 2 bust darts. We have 2 fronts. These are our fronts. They go like this. Okay. All of the markings should be on your back side, on the wrong side. It's really hard to tell the back side from the front side. We are going to use our markings to distinguish that. All right? We have to. Will you hold this, Lauren, so I don't keep... Okay. Oh, it might be kind of hard to see. I want you to see this. Do you see how we have mirrored images? That if I put these together, it matches, okay? That is what you want. You can't be putting in darts like this, because then we'll have 2 of the same, we'll have one side, 2 of the one side. All right? Somebody's gonna do that, I know. All right. What we are going to use, I want that, I want this. What we are going to use right here, this is our dart. We're gonna use this dot, and that dot. We have lots of other dots, I don't care. We're gonna use this dot, and that dot. I went ahead and I snipped, I think I told you guys to do this, snip which size you are doing right here. You can see that I have snipped these, okay? Snip here and snip here. What you can do first is you can connect your dots. So from this dot to this dot, you can connect this, and from this dot to this dot, you can connect this. Oh. I would like it if you could do this without connecting the dots. Okay, but if it's since it's your first one, You can definitely do that, okay? Now, right sides together. I'm going to take where my snips are, I'm gonna put my snips together, like that. Put my snips together, and I'm gonna put a pin, okay? I'm not worried about anything else over here. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna walk that down until I find that other dot right there, okay? Till I find that other dot, which is right here. That is my stopping point, okay? I'm gonna sew right, and now I'm gonna pin all this down. And I'm gonna pin it down because, I'm gonna show you something. Because we're at, look how odd of an angle this is. Do you see how odd of an angle this is? Remember, what is it called when it's on the diagonal?
A bias.
A bias. Bias has a lot of stretch, okay? This is the bust. It has a lot of stretch. So you see I put a lot of stabilizing pins in here. I don't want to stretch this out right in through here, okay? Darts are put on a curve on that bias in the fabric to give it some movement, because you're going around, you know, the bigger the dart, the bigger your boob, okay? Same thing in the back, on your waist. If you got junk in the trunk, you're gonna have a big dart right there. If you've got, you know, a bigger pooch down here, a belly, you're gonna have a bigger dart down here. It's just, that's life, okay? All right, my goal is to start here and to backstitch, stitch right along this edge, and then this is the kicker, I'm gonna stop about a half inch before that is done, and I'm gonna stitch along the edge about 2 stitches. That's it. That's going to make sure that I don't have a Madonna boob. Madonna is so old school. I'm gonna say maybe Rihanna boob. Have you ever seen them where they come like this and it's like total point? We don't want that. We want that to be nice and smooth, okay? We don't want it to be at a point. We want it to be smooth right there, so it just blends right in. You can't see mine. You can't see mine because my pocket is covering it, and your pocket's gonna cover this too, right here. But in our back darts, you're gonna definitely see it, okay? All right. Any questions before I start? All right. So yes, do I backstitch? Absolutely. Let's see if my machine follows along. Yeah, it's still kind of. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Now, I'm gonna tell you that you can't just let your machine go and expect your dart to kind of sit there real nice and pretty. A lot of you are gonna have to do that 12 and 6. I'm a big believer in holding your holding at 12 and 6. So like this, like a clock. Okay, hold this down. Don't stretch it. Just hold it kind of tight. Just stitched over my pen. I'm aiming at a curve there. Okay, now I'm getting down to my edge, and I'm gonna go right along the edge a couple of stitches, and then I want to back stitch at least 2 stitches, and that's it. Okay, so it looks like this. I'm still kind of in zigzag mode. Cut it, give it a haircut, and give it a haircut. Okay, now when I push this open, you can see that we have a dog ear. These are called dog ears. Okay, can you see that? Can you see that dog ear? Like that? Okay, that's not how that should be. We want to flip that seam down so that you don't see that dog ear. You see that? And then I want to go to the ironing board and I want to press this nice and flat. Now, if you've done this correctly, I shouldn't have any type of a point, and I don't. I'm going to make a point because I want to show you what I don't want, okay? We want this to flow nice and smooth into the fabric. Now, granted, my pocket is going to go across here, just like on my blouse. Okay, your pocket is going to, where's it at? Right here. See, my pocket goes over that bust dart. Yours is going to go over that bust dart too. Okay, but there's a lot of shirts that don't have a pocket. And that's going to go right here. Okay. See? All right. So there's one. The other one. Once again, we're at a really odd angle. Match up those slits. Right there. I'm matching this up. This is nice and even. And I'm going to put a pin. Let's say I didn't have the slits. I just have the dot. Put a pin where the dot is. And you need to get in that same vicinity of that other dot. I'm not going to sit here and say you need to be totally exact where that other dot's going to be. You need to be in the same vicinity. Okay? Fold that dart all the way until I find that piece right there. That's my stopper, right? That's the stopper. I'm gonna lay it down on a hard surface. Don't worry about all of this stuff over here, okay? Don't worry about that. And then I'm gonna pin this down so it doesn't stretch out. Now, I'm gonna do this one without drawing. If you wanna draw, that's fine. Take your pattern, take the edge of your pattern, line it up, and then you can sit here and you can draw it. I want you to get to a point where you don't have to draw it. You can just eyeball that, okay? We're gonna start up at the top. Don't start at this dot. You wanna start at the top, and we're going to stitch all the way down to about a 1/2 inch before our stopper, and then you're gonna go along the edge a couple stitches to the stopper and then back, okay? We're making a triangle. Now, I'm right at that edge right here. Right at that edge. Go back. And I'm done. Looks like that. Now, my machine is like, it doesn't do a great straight stitch. It just zigzags. I think it's just weird. Like that. Okay? All right. Once again, fold this down. It goes down the shirt like that. Okay? And then you need to go press this nice and flat. How do I know if it's pressed nicely? I can almost see the stitching. You can see my blue stitching. Did you see that's blue or that's blue? Almost see that blue stitching, okay? But you can see that it gives it some form. It gives it a curve. It gives it a curve. It's kind of pointy, a little pointy. Okay? A little bit of a curve. Okay, so that's 2 bust darts right here. Those are the 2 bust darts. Now, Lorraine, where's my, and, all right. Now it is telling us, after we do our bust darts, and this is what I'm going on because I want to give you something to do tomorrow, okay? Says to do the bust darts, and then it says to go on to pocket C. Make pocket same as for shirt A, referring to steps 2 and 4. Reference view B. So we'd have to go back here and start with this pocket. I'm not going to do the pocket yet, okay? I'm not a big fan of skipping steps, but I'm gonna skip to the next step because it's back darts, okay? I wanna stay in the dart family, okay? So here are our darts. These are our back darts. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna have just 2 darts to put in right here, all right? Once again, it gives you a visual or it gives you written instruction. There you go, Lynn. Okay. So I'm gonna get out my back piece. Oh, that's not my back piece. Okay, when I left, I found a lot of pieces once again on the table. I found a lot of pieces on the table. I found a couple bags on the table. Here I am just stuffing stuff in there. All right. Make sure you have everything. All right. All of your dots and all that good stuff should be marked. My daughter wants to go to this drag queen brunch thing. She's trying to get these tickets because it's on my birthday because she knows a couple of the queens that are dancing, and she keeps updating me. I'm like,
That sounds fun.
people, I'm working here. Okay. All right. Remember, our back, I'm sorry that if this is hard to see. Our back was cut on the fold, right?
Yeah.
Our back was cut on the fold, which means when we open it up, right, Noah? When we open it up, we should have 1 piece like that. Okay? Now, same thing applies. The same thing applies, except we didn't do any snipping. So we are going to have to rely on our dots. We've got a dot, a start or a stopper here. We have 2 darts here, and then we have a start or stopper here. All right? This is how I do it. You're going to make a half of a diamond. So it's going to go down and then down. Okay? I take a pin, I put it in the center, and I come up through the other side of that dot. Just like that. That's what I want to see right there. And then I pinch these 2 together. Like that. You got that? I pinch that together. I'm going to do it one more time. These 2 right here. I'm going to put my pin into one side. I don't care if you're going in this side or if you're going in this side. I don't care. Okay? And then I'm going to pull it up through to the other one. So it looks like that. Then I'm going to pinch these 2 together and I'm going to put a pin like that. Okay? Now everything should be onto the left hand side, right? So I want the bulk to be on the left. So I'm going to pinch right here and right here because I got this nice line right along here. You see that? How it made that fold. And I'm going to go like that. There's a stopper right there. This is going to be where I start, right here. Okay, now this is where we're going to use our dots. So I have a dot right here. I'm just gonna make them big. I have a dot right here, and I have a dot right on the edge here, right on the edge here, right here, and right there. If you want to, connect your dots. So once again, we're on the edge. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go off to there. Okay, go ahead and draw this in 1, and then I want you to try it without drawing it in on the other. Okay, because eventually you're not going to need to draw in your darts. All right, so I'm going to start right up here on the edge, right on the edge, and I'm going to stitch all the way to here. And then I'm going to stop with the needle down and turn and go this way. All right? Right on the edge. Ava, you got to look and move my thing. And I just backstitched 2 stitches, that's all. coming up on my blue dot. I'm at the blue dot right now. I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna raise my presser foot, and I'm gonna turn him a little bit, just a little bit. I know this is not, it's like I'm supposed to be able to. And then I'm gonna go back down once again, just like the dots. You're gonna stop with the 1/2 inch, and I'm gonna stop and go right along that edge. Like that. See that? So that's what it looks like. Hey, that was better. Maybe I just have to tighten that. I'll do the other one. Okay, see how that looks like that? Okay, you see how I had all of the fabric to the left-hand side? That's what you want. You don't want to be doing it like this. Everything needs to be to the left. Now, since I had that one to the left, whip that one back out, okay? See how it's giving the back some shape now? Okay, we have another one to do. Once again, I don't care if you come in from this side or if you come in from this side. I don't care, right? Whatever you want to do, okay? I'm gonna come in from this side. Dart, I'm gonna put my pin down into the center. I'm gonna pull it up through the other dot. I'm gonna pinch them together, kiss them together, okay, till they're even right here. And I'm gonna pin that. That's gotta be pinned. That is forming the center of my dart right here. It's forming the center. From there, I can find my others. Okay, you can see it just makes a nice little nice fold line right there. And then I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna find that one. I'm gonna flip it so that everything is to the left. Okay, everything is to the left. Now, if you want to put some more pins in here, great. I don't care, whatever. Something is stabbing me. Okay. I'm gonna try this one without marking it. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, then by all means you can mark, okay? I'm gonna start and stop here. I'm gonna go my triangle all the way to this blue mark right here. You see that blue mark right there, right there. And then I'm gonna go back down. You guys are gonna put in a lot of darts. You will be putting in a lot of darts. Darts are a design element. So when you are looking for, when we're dissecting your designs, for fashion show sewing, darts are definitely something that you will be able to pick out easily. Now I'm at my blue dot. I'm going to turn, I'm going to raise. I'm just going to tweak it a little bit and go back the other way. Darts are a design element. It will count as a design element towards your fashion show sewing. Okay. If I make it down there. Now, I don't claim to be the best sewer ever. There's other people that can sew way better than I can. So don't look at mine and say, I mean, it's right, but now I'm going to fold this. See how nice and flat that should look? Nice and flat. I'm going to fold this and press it towards the side. You can see my seam allowance, okay? It's not pressed this way. I'm pressing that towards the side seam. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, that one's perfect. Look at that. Just kind of like blends right into the fabric, okay? That's, once I press that, it'll just, look at that. It'll blend right into the fabric. That one's almost perfect, I would say. All right? And that is achieved by getting right on that edge, right at the end, okay? If you don't get on the edge, you can see, like on this one, I got a little pokey. See my little pokey? I don't want a pokey. Over here, I don't have a pokey. It just blends in, okay? But you're going to press these towards the side seam. These are our side seams. Okay. This is the back. All right, turn around.
Oh.